You know what it is. It's the Front Left Podcast, Front Left of All Conversations. My name's Teza and I'm joined by
Magnum Sipper. You're next. You're the next one. You're the next guy. No, you're next to me.
It's Josh LFTS.
And we got two special ladies in his house.
Come on.
Special guest. Introduce yourself.
Did you finish with Josh answering?
We have to.
Finished it.
You always does this awkward. You always know the routine.
I know the routine, but he points at you today.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
Doesn't matter.
okay,
Come on,
okay.
ladies.
All right, we're the Go Off Sis Podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Mimi.
Welcome.
Jeez,
Welcome.
Come on.
I like. You know what? Yeah.
Rachel,
After you actually just
Thank you,
revived
thank
man
you.
and Trey's failed intro.
It was. We'll show you how it's done.
Trust me, man. You know what's funny? I feel like it's routine now. We always fuck up every week.
Yeah, I feel like it's
It's a
I do
common
man, and then
staple.
you man have this little tip.
Yeah, and he just looks at me and is like,
Is that rehearsed? Let's be real. Is that rehearsed? That's for like a bit of banter.
No, it's actually not real.
I feel like we keep it now.
Do you know what it was?
It's nice.
Initially, it was because we used to go me, then Josh, then Trey.
Right.
And then Josh's intros always used to last.
It used to be because I used to risk it all in
Chatty
it.
patty.
Let me hear what you used to
Chatty
say. What
Tell
kind of
me
thing?
like, Josh.
Yeah, no sugar.
Okay.
Josh is here.
No.
Some people say I have the personality of Ovi.
Yes. So being compared to Anthony Joshua, but here, sexy thing from Liverpool.
Come on. Hey, that was not my words, that was his. So, see, look at your whole, see, wait,
Yeah,
come
you
on.
said- you said
You
that
said
one.
that.
You're
No,
on fire.
relax in it. Anyway, after this, I'll holler. Wait.
Vaseline.
Come on.
It was good, and I rate it. She wants to laugh, but she wants to
I think
hold
she
it.
Oh,
But,
God.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Josh, risk it all. I haven't done the risk it all for time.
Risk it all, Mr.
Alright, Josh,
Alpaca.
risk it all. I risk your mum's I risk your nan's gyro for this one. I risk student finance. What else can we risk these days? I haven't really got that much to risk, to be honest.
Plane ticket to Trinidad.
Yeah, put my plane ticket. Yeah. What else?
Whatever, man.
You know what? I told
Just
you
risk it.
everything.
Biscuit for a chocolate biscuit.
Yo, trust me.
That's the minimum
Like
as well.
risking it. So you know when someone says, if someone says to you, they go, Rachel, I'll risk it all for you. You know,
Damn.
boy.
Yeah.
Like if,
I mean, not many
if-
people have been doing that recently,
Jeez.
so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
if someone goes to you, I'll risk it all, and you go, what you want to risk for me, baby? And they be like, do you know what? Yeah, I'll risk everything. I'll risk my pension, my mortgage,
Jeez. Wow.
my sister's house keys.
Jeez, come Crystal.
My sister's house.
Yeah, because she will definitely shout.
Sure,
She'll
trust me.
shout.
I
She'll be
swear.
pissed.
My dad's Zimmer frame, but I can't walk afterwards. That's what I'll be risking in it.
They're putting in a lot.
Yo, trust me, man.
It's a lot.
NHS is going soon, so Zimmer frames will be costing. So it's a mad. It's actually a mad thing.
That's true.
It's actually true. So,
Speaking of that, anyway.
Yeah, that was a
I'll-
good. He did
Yeah,
good.
he did well. We're gonna move into like
He did aight.
the whole kind of
I did.
outline for the podcast today. We're gonna talk about meme culture. We're gonna talk about why is everything a meme? Why does everybody tend to make everything into a joke? Like even when it's a serious topic, why can't we stay serious? To be honest, I've never been a serious person anyway. So for me, meme culture is amazing, but obviously it's not amazing for everybody, especially people who are going through things that may not be. They might not find the funny side of the joke because it's reality to them. So I'll start it off by saying meme culture is it a good thing or a bad thing, and then anyone can take the floor.
Go for it, Mimi.
Yikes.
Yikes.
I mean, with anything, you have to look at context, don't you? Because I love a good meme.
Yeah.
We all do, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like, I
definitely.
follow so many meme accounts on Instagram. Like, that's just all my Instagram feed. It's just like memes.
Did you know
Rachel.
I made a load of memes and people stole them?
Swear.
Yeah.
Which ones?
I used to make bear memes when you were a lad.
You used to be a
Oh,
meme,
yeah,
meme
yeah,
maker.
yeah. Yeah, you actually did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your most famous meme?
It was one of a Chinese guy, and he's I'll have to show it to you after the podcast. And his arm is like off a Japanese TV show or some shit, and his arm's like, basically I said like when your girl's got bigger muscles than this guy, and he just blew up.
Wow.
But like, it's
That
on.
sounds so dead.
It was.
Do you know what? You really actually for this, you had to be there.
Yeah, it's one of them. I think
But
it's one
the
of them.
photo with the meme
It's definitely
smashed it because it was like.
I feel like I saw it, you know, Josh.
Yeah, there's bear and there's loads, and then
Do you still see it now?
and then have you ever seen like a tip jar one of when you put money into shit? Yeah, that's us. That was like one we didn't
Oh, I
work.
thought you just meant like if I've ever seen a tip jar.
No, like of a video of you would have seen it because bare people repost it all the time. There's quite a few to be fair.
Do you know what though? I hear you, but I feel like you're gonna have to send them to me.
I will send them to you.
Yeah,
You'd be
I
like,
can't take
oh
it
my
with
god,
us.
that's Josh, and you'd be like, yeah.
I'd be like, shit.
I'm
That
like-
sexy Liverpool lad.
Yeah.
I don't know why Trey's
I'm
endorsing it
getting
like
that
this.
you
Oh,
guys-
yeah.
Nah, they hear words, man. They hear words.
You're the
man.
one who's endorsing it, yeah.
That's your friend.
That's
Big him up.
big me up, man.
I guess so.
Hercules.
You can do it, Bruce. Bruce. To be honest, though, what I think is my personal like kind of opinion on memes and meme culture. I think memes help break the ice. I've never seen like a form of communication that is so applicable to everyone. So like, I can have never spoken to you ever, but if I send you the funniest meme ever, there's a connection there already.
Literally.
But
Or
if you start sending her memes, I guarantee she'll be like, this weirdo.
Yep.
What? No.
If it
That's
was-
right. If I'm chatting to somebody, memes is the point of contact.
No. If he's never spoken to you before, and he sent
Oh
you a
yeah, if
meme-
that's
Okay,
your
yeah,
first time
obviously, yeah.
speaking,
Okay.
obviously. But I feel like when you're actually like chatting to somebody, and you start sending each other memes.
Okay.
That's like
Exactly, the comfortability
But then
comes
sometimes that is a good way to start in the DMs.
Is it?
with a meme.
I think
make
so.
your own meme into the DM.
Yeah, sometimes be like, boom, have you seen this?
Let me take
You
some
know what?
notes.
Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, if
get
it's
on
a
this
really
wave.
good one, it'd be like lol, and just be like, oh, thought I'd just send this.
Yeah, but I wouldn't send a meme. I've got like a foolproof sliding in DMs.
What's yours?
Oh my god.
Josh's
Play by
DMology.
play.
Nah, just
the
let him
blueprint.
do it on you later on.
You would actually have to slide in my DMs though, because we're right next to each other.
Yeah.
No, I mean let
That's
him try it out later. Just
Nah,
see what
because
it's
you
like.
know what
Okay,
it is.
okay.
No, because you know what, you wouldn't like it. It's one that it's actually very simple, but it's very efficient.
Is it like a gif of somebody falling over, being like, "Oh, sorry, I just stumbled in here."
Not
Oh my
even
God.
like that. It's even.
No,
it's
no, no.
even. It's even.
It's
more
even simpler than that,
it's
to be
so
honest.
simple.
Like
Chinese
so
powder
simple.
thing.
So
Go
simple.
on, go on.
No, because I've done it.
Don't give it away.
2016 to 17, 18. It was on route. Now it's not no more. I don't do that shit no more. But
I wouldn't
was-
give it away. Don't
it
That
give away
was
the
your
secrets.
signature move.
it was that simple. Not everyone could do it because someone else tried to do it and it didn't work. So I don't know.
Oh, come on, you can't just be saying all this. Just
He'll demonstrate after the pod. He doesn't want to. You can say it on
Don't
the
wanna
pod
bait
now.
yourself
People
out.
might try and take it.
Because they
Understand,
will be like, oh,
understand.
yo, he used that on me. But no,
That's literally it. But yeah, as I was saying about the whole kind of meme culture,
culture.
and how it's like applicable to different people, I feel like then some people take it too far because then people try and gain clout from it, or they try and become a sensation over things that aren't even funny. And like they try and use the whole meme culture as an excuse.
Yeah.
Because obviously sometimes memes are funny, or sometimes they go over the top.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really think they go over the top. Well, they do sometimes, but maybe it's just how I tend to look into it. Because from my perspective, I know this is meant to be a joke.
Yeah.
So then I think I can't really take offense from this because it's meant to be a joke already.
Yeah.
But
But
then you
then
think, oh,
people
Sorry.
become desensitized.
yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
I was
probably
just
the
going to
biggest.
say, like, sometimes the situation should never really be joked about.
That is
Yeah,
very true.
definitely.
And people are making a joke out of it, and then you just, it's a meme, so you just laugh. But really,
'Cause-
like, that should have never happened.
It's not
Sometimes some of the
funny.
memes, it's not funny, and sometimes some of the memes, what they do say on them, they say some vicious words and stuff, but because they try and spin it off with a funny photo,
Yeah.
you need to think it's the copy, which is the harsh bit, is the photo that actually derives away from what is actually speaking in the image.
Yeah.
So then that's what I'm saying. Like some of these memes are a bit mad, and it's even just to even take the piss. Like there's meme for everything in life. There's a meme for like.
But that's
how
the
you
thing.
feeling or-
Life has now become a meme opportunity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But then
yeah.
remember, there's you, right? Who's looking at it and remembering that it's a joke.
Yeah.
And then there's other people who will never ever see the serious side of it
Yeah.
and will completely forget that people to go so far into it, are actually dying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or whatever the
And
situation is.
yeah. So are actually desensitized to every single serious thing in life and are just like, ha 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 ha, all the time. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, wow.
But to be fair, it's mad that it's only really recently, not recently, but it's in the past, 2008?
Nah, like 5 years.
5 years?
Maybe even longer than 5 years.
Oh, I'll
but
say
at
like
least from
2011 onwards.
Yeah, 2010s onwards.
That's when it was like one of them. But it's mad because I'm trying to think what was before memes, and I blame the internet to be honest with you, because social media. If it wasn't for social media and like pages of like Lad Bible and Uni Lad who smashed it with memes.
Yeah. I'm just baiting all them kind
I mean,
of things.
even before memes, Joe, like if somebody like falls in the school or something like that, your instant reaction is to start laughing or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, but that's easy humour though.
Yeah.
Someone falling over is funny.
If
I fall,
Until it's you who's falling over.
Yeah, literally.
No, but it
I
depends
fall
though.
all the time.
I've fallen over in front of so many people.
And I laugh.
A couple of times. No, actually, Josh was there one time when I fell over in Albert Hall.
Well, when Tezza...
No, I actually
when
fell
Tezza
in front of a whole
It
queue.
was actually funny.
It was like 500 people.
Because he thought he was an athlete.
Wasn't even that. My leg got caught.
No, don't listen to this, big man. Don't listen to this. This is how I knew Tezza can't jump fencing.
What? No, my leg got caught, man. I've got long legs in it.
And let me guess, you could have been a footballer if you hadn't hurt your knee.
Yeah. That's actually legit though. She powered me. Why does every girl always come with every guy with this?
Just don't listen. You're
I was a baller anyway.
Hey,
Still.
bro. He tried to jump the fence, and so I jumped over, and he tried to do it. Your man's taller than me. You should have the leg reach.
Wait, you did it?
Obviously, I can jump
Yeah, but
fence.
Josh has got a shorter.
No, it's hard.
leg.
I don't
It's not.
Like
My leg was long in it, so how I came over.
No, but I get what you're saying because you think you have less limb.
Yeah, exactly. Straight
It'd be
over.
easier.
Mine was
No
like
way.
my arms and then half my body,
understand that.
half my body, and then my leg was
You
like.
could have just stepped one leg over.
Yeah, to be honest, I could have done it like that, but
Step
I
overs, you know.
tried to add some sauce
I
to it.
jumped it, blended it, got into the queue. It's like, calm. Tezza did it. They're like, oh shit, is that your boy? And I looked at
It was actually
It's like,
shameful.
Tezza,
Do you know when like somebody gets murdered, yeah, and you got like a little thing?
that's
That's like Tezza, man.
That's literally
I
what
know if police were coming after Tezza, you'd be caught and I'd be laughing.
It's actually
Oh, but I was actually
it's
laughing
peak.
because
It's
what was
peak.
in there? I was taking the piss.
Yeah, you wouldn't stop.
I would stop saying it for
But you see, that's me. I can take humility.
That's why you love meme culture.
Yeah, not so much how much I love it, but I can appreciate it. And if something's really, really witty, then it just gets me going. Like I look at
appreciate
it.
a good meme.
No, I can appreciate a good meme. If someone's put some thought into the meme and they've like, it's like very, very kind of like lateral based, intellectual. Yo, I'm down for it. I'm like, this meme pops. Nah, yeah, look, I go into context with it. I'm like, this meme pops. If it's just basic, then I'm like,
Do you have like a assessment guide for memes? Like,
He's
image,
like,
humour, caption.
yeah, I grade it 1 to 5 with the different.
I've just thought of a meme for you saying that. You know that one where there's like a picture of the brain and then it's like loads of like the brain
Equations
like
and stuff.
expanding and it's like
Oh yeah. Writing equations on the board. Yeah.
Tezza with memes.
Nah, the best memes when like Love Island and stuff are on. Like,
Yo,
That
Love
does
Island,
bridge
yeah.
it.
See, that's why I was
They-
saying that bridges the gap of things, because like something like Love Island is like it's a whole it's a whole
Childish
like,
killed it.
We've actually got Ovi in here right now.
yeah, we do.
First of all,
oh no,
I'm tired. I just, his
Please put some respect on his name.
His OV
he's
so
6 foot.
cold.
What is it? He's
I'm
6'7",
tired.
you know.
Is he 6 feet? Yeah.
He's 6'7", you know.
I know.
Wait.
That's what Anna was
That's
saying.
how Anna
She
speaks.
was like, he's 6'7", you know.
I just think about Ovi.
my
Like
God.
that?
He's
Yeah,
from London.
like that, man.
He's from London. The conversation just
Yeah.
flows.
And then-
That's how she was speaking.
A man's just saying, I'm tired.
I'm gonna pause them in case they hear this one. No, relax. But
It's
as
okay, man. Ovi, I'm Ori. You is the same thing.
oh my God.
That's it.
Wow.
That's my last name. Ovi and Ori. Can you hear the Ovi? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm saying.
Insane.
But no, like as I was saying before about the whole like the meme culture and like how you can like piece people together.
Yeah.
Something like Love Island. Like when we were watching Love Island, we were doing like social commentary whilst watching it at the same time.
I love it.
We were
You
just
didn't
going
follow me on
back
Insta
to
then.
back.
Both is. So you're gonna love.
We were doing.
Yeah,
we were going
I
back to
love
our group chat was lit for the whole hour, like back
If
to
we had the
back.
podcast back then, yeah.
Once at the podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, but
Bang.
I don't know whether we'd be able to do it. I wouldn't want to talk too
No,
much
not all
about
the
it.
time.
I'll be talk- I used to run home from the gym, me man. I was like, "Bun gym." It's all about Love Island, bro.
No,
it's
really
'cause
though.
What I mean, group chat was so
No, it was
popping.
popping.
Like
It was like everyone was on their phone.
No, I
be
get
aware
that.
for it.
Yeah.
It's
And-
even like if you go on Twitter when it's on and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
But
It's lit.
I don't like how the memes now. This is what our conversation talked about at the beginning about black people on Love Island. The memes against black people on Love Island. And you know what's mad? People are like, we need to like stop it, or they shouldn't be treating them this way, and da 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 da. But people just don't care. Like, even though like many people's jobs get contacted or
Yeah.
they find out information, people don't give a fuck.
No.
So you can't stop it, and people always feel like a set way, like, oh shit, we're in 2019 or 2020 now, like people should be open their eyes to this and you shouldn't say that. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are racist. Like, you can't stop it. People are not, how am I expressing this now? People are racist, but they hold in a lot of their emotions. And you know what's mad? A lot of black people are racist too.
Nah, I was just gonna say the most times on Twitter that I've seen shit against like the black people, the black contestants
Yeah.
on Love Island is from other black people.
Yeah.
Like I literally seen one today about the new girl going
The
in
black
and someone was
Ghanaian
like,
girl.
oh yeah, she looks dead. I'm already not rooting for her. Whatever. Like
Yeah.
just slating her for like no reason.
I think with that new girl though, I saw that video circulating because she said that she was like,
The Beyonce of her.
yeah, something along those lines. She said like, when man would come up to me in the club and that, they're never for me. They're not my type. I need someone who's
Usual.
like, I don't know exactly what she said.
Yeah,
Does
man,
she-
that's
does she
a
want-
yeah, but
preference though, innit?
Does she
I
want
think
on
if
your
a white
bum?
girl said
Nah,
that,
not that. It's just
It
she's
wouldn't be
just
as
yeah,
bad.
if it was a white girl saying that,
Maybe.
they wouldn't have the same.
So what are you trying to say?
You
That
can't pick it up.
certain
Yeah, it's
stereotypes like come to play when it's
Yeah,
for certain
definitely.
people.
Yeah.
Basically she was trying to say like she came off confident, but like some people saying I don't like her already because she's trying
I
to
think
say
it's
she's
just an
the shit.
excuse, isn't it, to
Sometimes,
to
yeah.
pick up
To rip.
someone.
People don't
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
realness.
Go into yeah.
What you said just then, like, what I don't like is like when people do say, because I seen one today, and like I seen one of the black girl, but they used a comparison of an old black woman. You know that old black woman, the scarf. She's like,
Yeah.
They was like,
No, I
oh,
haven't
they've
seen
got
it.
this on Love Island, and everyone was like, racist. But I see ones of the white contestants, like I seen one of more what's her name,
Maura.
of some old white lady, some haggard white lady, but no one ever calls out racist for that
See,
one.
that's
You
the
get what
thing
I'm
with
saying?
the
So
meme.
then it's different, because if you compare I'm not saying this to condone it or nothing, but if you're gonna compare a black person, are you gonna compare them to a Chinese person? You get me? Like, it's weird to say, but
So what are you trying to say? There's
like-
some element in
there's some
truth
elements-
in what they're saying
no,
because
there's no truth.
It's an attack, but it's not like a racial attack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like
okay.
if you're comparing like one of the contestants now and you put like a crackhead white person there, no one's gonna be like, he's racist because they use a crackhead white person. They're always laughing, but it's actually a form of racism because they're using something to use similarities. But then when you put a black person and you put like another crackhead black person to be like, this is their similarity.
Okay, so you're trying to say that
Everyone's
like the
that is racism straight
Yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
And then the whole people, especially on Twitter, is like, I'm going to find where he works. You can't say this. I'm going to
So-
email his job.
Yeah.
But what I've seen loads, especially with like Michael, or what I see loads with like it was like 2 years ago, especially, I don't want to, what's my man? The fruity one.
Chris.
Yeah, he gets this.
oh for
Okay.
No, I'm good with it. But he was like, he was like, they put like some mad comparisons for him. He had a lot of slander, and like there's people doing mad comparisons for him, but I never heard anyone say like, yo, that's racism. But no one jumps the gun, and it is a shame because you need to think about at the end of the day, like, obviously people are gonna come out of it and be like, it is racism for black people because we've only just recently, or not even come out of it, but racism is still alive.
Yeah.
But when it happens to the opposite race, like either white or happens to Chinese or other different, it's not as out
Prevalent.
there. It's not as prevalent. We need to consider all racism is the same. Not because you are a certain set color, one has a higher priority. Obviously, we still suffer, but I wouldn't condone me being racist to a white person. I wouldn't condone a white person being racist to a black person. We should now start looking at it as everything is a high priority. It's at that level. Every racism is racism. You shooting it, you shouldn't shoot it at all. There's no levels to it.
I agree. It's just the only thing with memes, I think there's a fine line, and it's hard to sometimes like define whether that line is like I'm just trying to have banter, or I'm showing you my like inner feelings, and I'm gonna try and get away with it by doing it through a meme. Because there's times where I've looked at stuff and I'm thinking, is this person doing this to like display their inner feelings, or are they trying to get away with it and be so kind of like edgy that they're comparing someone to something else that they probably wouldn't do in like real life, but they can get away with it because it's on social media.
It's just a meme,
Yeah. So then they can go, oh, it's just a meme, it's just a joke. And then obviously to certain people, then it's like, oh, it's just a meme, just a joke.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think the only difference between like you're saying like white black people will probably get it's more prevalent in like our culture, and why they would jump at it more so is because of the historical context. Whereas like if it's someone who's white or whatever, they haven't had that same kind of like historical background of where like people are being compared to things because they were in like a zoo or whatever along those lines.
So from what you just said, have you ever seen the meme? I think it's the most funniest thing. I always laugh at it. Always comes out every Halloween. It's like, guys, it's Met, man. Fuck, it's Halloween. And he's on whiteface.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
You've never seen it?
I think
Happy Halloween, man.
I don't know, but I think I do know the picture that you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he takes
I
the
think I
piss.
do.
I'll play it now. So would you consider that like racism, or would you consider it a meme?
Oh,
I don't
do you
think
know,
it would be racism.
Do you know, there are
it's what I'm thinking of.
so many, right? And so many of them are very sensitive topics. And even like when it comes to political correctness, things like that, you're like, God, I would never condone this if it wasn't in meme form.
Yeah, exactly.
I would never
No, it's
ever
actually
say
true.
it. Like, if it was on social media, if it wasn't just a joke, I would never allow. If anybody said it, I'd be like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, you'd have to pull them up. But because it's a meme, I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to giggle. I probably wouldn't post the meme myself. I might just send it in a group chat, have a laugh.
But this meme is the
But,
funniest meme ever.
Yeah,
It's so
I feel like
jokes.
memes allow things to say. I allow myself to have a little giggle a little bit more.
See, so
But
that's why I was saying
not
like,
to retweet it.
yeah,
You know?
So
like
you wouldn't retweet it?
But then it's like,
Oftentimes
if
I
you're,
don't. Maybe post it on my close
this
friends. Oh, yeah, I know what you need to.
I haven't seen that.
And if I'm at home,
I've never
Yeah,
actually seen
I've
that.
seen
No.
it.
Bro,
And I might giggle, but I mightn't retweet. I probably wouldn't retweet it.
So he's got a whole page dedicated to cocaine Matt. This guy, that's his persona.
Okay, so he's basically, if there was such thing as whiteface, that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
But is that okay?
that's what makes it so funny.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
but then you can.
I've never
What,
heard of
blackface
whiteface.
though,
No,
ever.
wait, that's what I'm saying, because they can get away with it because there's no
Just
historical,
like,
there's no historical context.
I laugh at it. I'm not gonna lie. When I go on his Insta, it is joke. But then I feel like, rah.
What you could pick him up at is like mocking like addiction or whatever, and
Yeah.
saying like, oh, addiction's actually like
No,
an
no.
illness.
But his character is mocking white people and
It
addiction.
kind of
But-
is,
but
because
it's
he's
mocking both, though, like you say.
No.
Because it's cocaine. What is it?
cocaine
Matt?
Matt.
Cocaine Matt.
Yeah.
Cocaine Matt. He painted himself white.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
cocaine Matt.
I know, but still, like,
But
there's
you
other
have
ways
to look
to.
at the history of like blackface when you compare it to that.
Yeah.
Because that's not even like a recent thing.
No,
like
that's
if
true.
you look back, it's like you said, it's got so many racial and bad like connotations and issues. Yeah, like whiteface has never
It's not a thing.
been a thing like that.
That's
I
the only
don't
reason they
think-
probably get away with it. But still, it
Yeah.
is still like borderline, because then if someone was then to pull him up on it and saying that, like, how do you get away with doing that? But
I'm sure people have.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
say, what if I did blackface? Then the whole conversation would be like, no, you can't do that. So I do understand the kind of like,
And the thing is, I'm
The
sure
line.
black people have also pulled him up on it and been like, we don't want it
Yeah.
to us.
I don't know, because a lot of black people retweet it and laugh.
They probably
No,
retweet it and laugh because they find it
defo.
funny, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like, if they were to be 100%, well, if it was me, seriously, I'd be like,
You still see both sides.
yeah, there's the
Yeah.
borderline where, like, now you're entering this space where anything can go, really.
Yeah.
Because then if someone does something the equivalent, then how you don't have the right to then say you can't do that.
Yeah.
And back it up by saying, oh, it's just a joke, it's just a meme.
Yeah.
I feel like with memes though, like, you know, if they want to like get their agenda out or say something like, you know, inexplicably or something that's on the mind, they feel like memes is like a safety net for them, like a little shield or a barrier. So yeah, people are gonna still keep doing them until whenever.
Yeah, I think memes should continue, man. I think I personally think without some memes, certain conversations aren't going to be had.
And then
A lot of conversations won't be
I
had.
don't know, man.
But
I only
it's-
send memes to the mandem, and I don't really send memes. I only send videos.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about in our like circle. I mean on
yeah.
a global like scale of things. Like if you think that if you didn't have memes of the different things that happen around the world, it probably wouldn't. Some areas probably wouldn't even interest you, so it wouldn't even allow you to then start like being open to certain things. Like we were talking about like the World War ones. So obviously, if the World War actually happens, that's a madness. But
I think it'll be just in the war in Iraq, to be honest. Or it's in Iran, innit?
That's in Iran.
Yeah.
but I mean like
It's
though.
Middle
That's why it's so controversial, because like obviously people are making jokes of it, like people in America like, oh, this will happen, but like it will probably never affect
them.
People in America.
anybody
Exactly.
in like
'Cause
like the first
the
world
Western.
countries.
But you think about in heart, we're all the same, similar kind of age, and that war that's happened in the Middle East has been going on since
Yeah.
and then
And I'm like, people
But it
have been
doesn't
coming
affect
over
us,
here
so we
because
don't-
people are actually dying. We know people whose families are actually dying.
Yeah.
People have to run away from their countries because it's a madness. It's terrible. But we're on Twitter in our safe spaces, you know,
Yeah.
very.
Kiki and have these
Yeah,
little jokes
ha,
about
imagine,
World War III.
imagine if that happened, la la la.
But it's actually
and we're
happening.
like, we cannot imagine if that was to happen, if a bomb was to actually just drop in our house.
that'd be so
It's
crazy.
And
actually
it's like-
it is actually crazy. to
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
about
and then
it.
for some people that's like the regular.
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
cover
that's
it
their
up with meme
normality.
culture
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
funny, right?
No, but
Nah,
that's
for real, man.
that's the thing. That, like, obviously, when I look at some of them, read some of them, or like I laugh, then I'm thinking, shit, actually, because I'm so far removed from it, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, some of them are so creative. The ones that I find so creative are the football ones. If you understand football, some of the
We need a separate
Yeah.
translation for all the football stuff that says that comes out.
nah, I swear, man.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck
No,
he's
it's
talking
fine.
about.
Actually, speaking of that, I need to formally apologise on the podcast.
Public service announcement.
to the other day, right? I was on Twitter, minding my own business, right? Just looking at the news about Manchester United.
Oh my god, I thought you said
I
them
thought you said
nudes.
nudes as
No,
well.
no, no,
I was
no.
like,
I was
Tesco
like,
news.
what?
Tesco
You were
news.
saying that? Okay.
No, the news.
Twitter has no filter, so you
No,
can watch
no, no,
porn
no.
and stuff.
Twi-
Yeah,
you know how many
dirty
times I
stuff.
open up porn in public?
No, for real.
You two, what?
On my Twitter,
Come on,
yeah.
she's not
I don't follow them kind of pages though.
I
You know
follow
what?
a
We
couple.
retweet
I
it
don't
when it gets
follow.
You know,
there.
you follow.
I don't.
People retweet.
I don't follow them type of
And
people
then
who
You
tweet them.
follow 102.
Nah, I follow people.
No, you follow
who
one.
follow them.
No, I
She
follow.
just-
And then
Trying
those
to-
random ones when people are
trying to,
like, you know, it's
cover
the
her name there.
Yeah.
Oh, that one with
I went
screams.
full for that shit,
Yeah,
man.
same.
I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, stop!
Do you know what? I saw one of them today where the caption was, "Don't open this. It's gonna be this screaming sex news." And I opened it, and it was, and I was like, "Nah."
Stop!
I was like,
You can't even be mad.
exactly. I was
you
like,
can't even be mad.
I was like, they told me. But anyway, as I was saying, so the other day I was checking the news, football news, and
Nudes.
I'm just hearing nudes.
and the Man United were linked with some Brazilian footballer called I can't even.
Enio.
Nah, Bruno Guimaraes, right? So I tweeted like, who is this Bruno Guimaraes? Is he even good enough to play for Manchester United? Do people even watch the club he plays for? He plays for Atletico de Club Paneiranse in Brazil.
In
And
Brazil.
I left it as that.
Yeah.
I
So
came
what
ba-
happened next?
So I came back to my phone. I had like 12 ats, like DMs and stuff. Hella Portuguese writing in my
Wait,
DMs.
you went viral?
not viral, but just
Are you dumb?
hella.
Even I know football is big in Brazil. Like, why would you call shots at people like
I wasn't
that?
calling shots though. I was just asking. I was like, "Is this player really good enough to play for Man U? Like, have
No,
you
you
really
weren't. You
watched
were
it?"
like,
Basically,
is
they
he
were
even
like,
good enough?
No.
Fuck you, Nino.
No. No, I actually. No, normally I do know the players and stuff, but I actually didn't know, so I was actually intrigued. So there was a slight dig in there because I was
That's
like, "Is
his
he
cover
really good
story
enough?"
now that he got caught.
Yeah. So, quick Google Translate thing.
Because
The
let's not
DMs.
forget this
You had to
started out
Google
as an
Translate. I was
apology.
thinking, I don't know whether these people are throwing racism or F-bombs or
Mad.
anything.
So, what did
It
they
was
You
say?
just
had man
bare,
like
like-
Pablo in your DM just putting pressure on you.
Nah, serious, so-
Negro.
It wasn't even. Nah, it wasn't even. I was expecting that, but it wasn't.
Guys, you like there are
Negrito.
black people in Portugal.
I know, but everyone who replied
Hey,
wasn't
bro,
black.
Portuguese people and stuff.
No one replied.
Filha da puta.
Everyone,
Puta.
no one replying was black anyway. But I was reading it, so I was like,
politically correct for us to be saying these things?
It's gonna have
The
to be.
views
Yo,
of
I'm claiming
Rachel
I'm
are
half
racial
Angolan.
only.
I'm gonna claim I got Angolan ancestry, so it's cool. Anyway, so it's all good.
You gotta pass.
Yeah, I get a pass. So, so I'm reading all these people like, how dare you even talk about him? He's too good for your club. Why do you even support my... Because, you know, on my Twitter, it's quite ambiguous. Like, I've got Northwest, but I've got... My name on Twitter's not my name. It's a Japanese name. And then I've got the Zambia flag where I'm from. So then some of the comments are a bit
Where
like...
did the Japanese name come from?
It's a footballer.
Oh.
So,
So
yeah.
some of the comments like, where are you even from?
Yeah, nah, some people were like...
This guy.
He's
Who do you even think
Japanese.
you are?
Why is he talking about Brazil? One was something like along the lines like he's an African Man U fan. What does he
From
know?
Japan.
From Japan. I was thinking like, yo. I was in this war where I was like, I don't know how to respond to this. Half the people are talking in English, half the people are replying in Portuguese. I was there like on
What's
translator.
your
Like,
identity?
I was like, yo, you man are all getting onto me. I literally asked
man's
the
is
question. Then the funniest ones were like, how can you even talk? Lingard plays for your team. You can't even, don't you dare ever speak about I was like, yo.
Don't you ever speak about New York again.
No, exactly. So I was like, yo, so I had to tweet. I'm like, I'm
You
sorry.
say sorry.
Bro, I said I'm never going to mention
You
a
were like,
Brazilian player
zip.
and ask the question in that vein ever again.
Wow.
Some people were actually nice and they were like, oh, and they told me about the player and said, no, he's really good. Like,
Lo
give me a
siento,
show.
lo siento.
Yeah, lo siento. Por favor, mi amigo.
That's Spanish, isn't it?
I know, but still. Por
BRB.
favor. BRB.
In Portuguese,
right
not
back in.
Spanish.
Yeah, but I was getting pod, so from then I was like, I'm never
That'll teach you.
coming for anyone's neck. Never ever coming for anyone's neck. Social media's a
It's
mild
this.
place.
Do you know what? Once
Sinto muito.
A centimeter.
what does they say?
1 minute.
Extinto muito.
Yeah.
Okay.
The internet
sorry.
is mad though, right? Because once I tweeted something and it blew up.
What
right?
did you tweet?
I literally tweeted. You know, you're just like bored in your room one day, and I was like, why don't clothes shops like do a meal deal where you can get your clothes like as a meal deal? So I was like,
Like pants.
hear me out.
Okay.
So I was like, why don't clothes do a meal deal where you can get like a dress and a pair of shoes for like 30 quid? Then you've got your outfit sorted. You don't have to buy like looking everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like you get a pair of jeans and a top and some heels. Boom.
But so then, how did you tweet it though?
I just put like clothes shops should do a version of a meal deal where you get a dress and a top for 30 quid
Yeah.
or something.
And it went off.
And it went
Oh,
off.
10K.
Nah, I had like 80k
Fuck
likes.
off.
Stop lying.
Go off,
I'm not
Mimi.
lying.
Serious?
And people were coming for
You
me.
telling me and Unidad didn't pick that up?
Nah, I know. No, but like a year later, Boo
How
Hoo
long
picked
ago
it
was
up.
this?
It was like 2 years ago, right? And yeah, so it went mad. Some people were like, "Oh yeah, this is our next prime minister," and I was like, "My God!"
Come on.
And then some people were like, "Why don't you just have a bigger budget, you scruffy scat? Like, why don't you?" It was so bad. People were like
People
coming
are
for
really
me.
haters online,
They were
right?
like, Primark is a thing, you know. And I was like,
hell.
okay. Anyway, a year later, Boohoo like replied to it like, we've got you covered. And then like they like stole the idea and made like a
Yo, boohoo
thing.
thieves, man. Hey,
Boohoo
I might
Jack-
be. Wait.
I was
Don't say
like,
that.
where's
Because
my
we could be
check?
boohoo man models.
Nah, I'm
man.
not gonna say anything.
Hey,
Over
I'm
you
gonna
over
say
there.
that. I was gonna say something.
Hey, no, I'm ASOS if I'm Ovi. Because I'm
Oh yeah, my bad.
There's
My
a
bad.
Get on Ovi style. Ovi style.
There's a major design brand. I won't say again, but they regularly take.
You know how to do it good. Yeah, you can't be, yeah.
They regularly take smaller brands in Manchester's like.
It's not just
design.
Manchester.
No, but there's one specific one in Manchester.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
a lot of people do it though.
They take
A
all
lot of
people's
people.
ideas
A
all
lot
the
of people
time,
do
yeah.
it. So it's not even just that company you're talking about. A lot of companies do it. So it's kind of peak to be fair, man. Like, because independent designers get their whole thing stolen.
But not just like your looks with designers, but let's say you have an idea and you put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
People are always looking.
So
And these-
people always read, look, and work all the time, and a lot of people get inspiration from like Pinterest.
You know where I seen
Yeah.
one? Somebody got a tattoo, and then a clothing brand took that and put it on the top.
No way.
Like they copied their tattoo.
It's actually
It's
sick.
so
That's
mad.
you know when I was telling you about jobs of researchers, you see like there's people there
That's what they do.
to
Yeah.
just looking, because if it's not licensed, technically,
It's a free game, innit?
it's actually
Yeah.
and it's a sharp world, man.
Thank you for that motivation again.
Yeah, man.
What my point was is that people on the internet will turn on you
Yeah.
for
Nothing.
for nothing. But then it's like you could just be speaking your mind, but then sometimes for some people speaking your mind is like
Yeah.
hate speech or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's
Keyboard
true.
warriors.
Nah, it's literal
100%.
keyboard words. But
Warriors.
sometimes I like to ruffle feathers on purpose, like on.
But then that means, are you a cyberbully?
No, I'm not a
he's a-
cyber.
he's a
troll?
keyboard-
No, no,
he's
no.
a keyboard
No,
warrior.
I'm not a
Warrior.
cyber. I'm not a cyber bully, so I don't direct it to anyone. I just put it into the atmosphere.
Right.
So
to get
I-
people a bit agitated.
Yeah, so I will say something knowing that someone will read this and they'll gonna come
Basically,
back
he's
and
got a lot of time.
It'll fall
Do you know
into
what?
He's
Yeah,
that-
if
he's
I
that
didn't know
guy.
you, yeah, and I seen you on in the internet or Instagram or whatever, you're hella annoying, you know.
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Dickhead.
But I know that though.
Dickhead.
No, but I know that. I actually know that. I know that. I piss people off sometimes.
Just saying the maddest.
No, but I don't say mad stuff where it's gonna be like borderline where I
Alright,
can
give
go
an example
crazy.
of what something you would say.
So
Why
like,
are they signing Nino?
that's one of them. That one backfired badly, but that one I didn't even.
And you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I did, and I didn't even mean to come across how I did on that one. But nah, there was one time where like I like to comment on fashion, don't I? So I
This
said
guy.
I don't like neon. It just I don't know, it just irks me. I don't like it.
You know what we did? Sorry, I know we're on the neon subject. Sorry to interrupt or
No, go.
interject, but do you know neon coloured like the orange on girls?
That looks so nice.
You know what you sound
He's had
like?
a few too many
a
magnums.
microwave.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't-
true, you like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound like a microwave.
That's what he said. You said that's what I said.
Yeah.
This guy's a dickhead.
He stole my whole flow. He stole my whole flow.
Shit. Like I opened one of those porn videos again in public.
Yeah, so one time I was like, but a lot of people laugh. But like at the same time, I feel like people do actually read it and think I'm being 100% serious, which I'm not really. But
You're just like
You
a
are.
walking meme, basically.
sometimes, yeah,
Nah, he's
sometimes.
not walking meme. He's not that funny.
Right.
Yeah. But he's
Behave.
very controversial.
I'm controversial. Yeah,
Yeah,
Josh
that's
will never
what it
say I'm
is.
funnier than him.
No.
He'll never say it.
But it's not true.
That's fine.
But that's what I'm saying.
We have different kind of human tastes
I
anyway.
mean, what was it? To each their own. It's subjective, you know.
Where I'm from, a man.
But we have different kind of human tastes anyway. I'd say I'm more.
Sorry.
Hey.
Oh, that wasn't even
No,
me.
that was my phone. Sorry. Guys.
To be fair, if you laugh at your own jokes, you don't care about anyone else, to be honest.
That's not true.
I actually don't care if none of you man laugh. If at least I'm like, ha ha
As long
ha.
as you making
No, but-
yourself laugh, that's the funny thing.
No,
I think so
for
too.
real.
It is, but it depends
You
what
might
you.
be laughing at my Instagram story. That's our next piece of laugh.
No, seriously. I'm just saying. I'll look at my Insta story. I'm
Oh,
like,
Josh will watch his own stuff back to back. He'll be laughing on his own for time. Josh will say a joke and he'll be laughing on his own for time. He always does it. He always
I
does
never
it.
watch anybody's story more than
Nah,
my
she's
own.
just
Swear.
like that though.
Nah, you two would
Tap,
say.
tap, tap, rewind,
Yeah.
tap, tap.
I'm
Nah,
like,
you laugh at your own jokes like
Constantly.
like she can't say what she has to say because she's
Cry.
laughing.
yeah.
That's Josh is like that.
But it's
as well.
funny because I put up the Insta story about the promo this morning for the pod.
Yeah.
I was cracking. I was
Josh,
like,
the thing is that I understand because you wouldn't say it if it wasn't funny.
yeah, man. I was like, do you know what? Yeah, because I know I'm funny. And like, boy, just funniest one was when I put up a story. I'm bussing. But every time I watch it, I'm busting like I've never seen it before. I'm out here dying. But I feel like other people must laugh the way I laugh because
other people do laugh, but you go back to it 10 times and laugh. That's the difference.
They must go back to it 10 times.
No,
as well.
trust
I
me.
give a fuck.
Like even the one
And
with him
appreciated
and
humor.
with the fan.
Yeah. Do you know how many people
times watched it?
They're like, yo,
Wow.
see?
Wow.
Yeah, that one's legendary.
No.
We've
Every one of my Insta
we've
stories is
recycled that for
legendary.
3 years straight, 2 or 3 years straight.
Yeah. I'm the star of the show,
You're
innit? But it's
coming,
cool.
Josh, when I tell you.
Nah, trust. But as I was saying
she's
about the
got
whole...
tears.
Nah, literal tears, though. What I was saying about the neon thing, I was like, I did like a collage.
I see it orange.
Make you want to I did like a collage thing, so I was like, girls who were neon, like neon green specifically, on a night out, think they look like this, but then they end up looking like this.
Oh, what
But
was
they-
the this and the this?
So
Highlighter.
it was like, no, it was worse
Sorry
than that.
for-
It was worse than that.
Pastel.
It was worse than that. It was. They think they look like this. There was a picture of like Kim K wearing this neon thing, looking like 10-10, and then it was
You're
like
already pissing me
Yeah,
off.
compare people
exactly.
to Kim K.
No, I wasn't comparing anyone. I was like,
you
they
kinda
picked-
were.
You have a bad history with comparing kids to Kim K. You know?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to
I mean,
articulate
that's
his
my
words.
take, wrong.
This
my
guy,
take.
I'm the.
You don't know how to articulate
No, I know how
the
to
words.
articulate them. It's the delivery.
You offend people too often.
It's the
With me,
delivery sometimes,
Me and
it's
Trey
not
are
how-
smooth with it.
Come
You're
on.
like, your ass is flat. Kim K's ass is battle. It's a
Yeah.
big thing.
I've never-
You know
You
what
know
I'm
how I
saying?
said Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. That's exactly
It's the
what he
delivery.
said.
It's the delivery. I've said it before.
And the girls like,
Man coming out here like Yodel should be
yeah. No, he would actually say that, you know.
What did he say?
He'd be like, if the girl was like, nah, Tessa's a savage, you know. Fuck.
What did you say?
I suck squats.
Yeah, do some squats
Nah,
or you need to do that. He would
yeah,
say
maybe.
that. I'll be like, you know what, yeah.
You love them for who they are.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Whereas
Josh
this
is like,
guy-
but you know what though? Some dumplings. And if you want, on Thursday, come to the gym with me.
Come on,
Easy.
she
Rachel actually knows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she actually knows that shit. No, I swear.
She actually knows.
These
No,
two
I
are
would-
meant to be.
I would, yeah,
come
that's
on.
actually, no, I would say something like that, but at the end of the day, like I say,
It's a meme, so it's funny.
No, I wasn't even going to say that. Anything that I say comes from a place of love anyway. Because I'm being 100%
Yeah,
serious.
but how can you say that thing about the neon?
You think you look like Kim Kardashian.
No, but it
Meanwhile-
wasn't-
How is that coming
How-
from a place of
How
love?
I'm saying it doesn't make it seem how it came across. Because how I
Right.
delivered it with the pictures and stuff was banter. Because all the girls, it was mainly girls replying.
They were creasing.
They were laughing.
Right,
So I knew what I was doing, and I knew how I was gonna get at the
He was
demographic.
like-
I didn't see it though. I wish I
I'll
did.
I'll have to go back and find
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
how
yeah.
it came across was actually funny. So I know sometimes I may say something and it may come across controversial, but I am who I am, so I can't change that.
And
I'll
you
never
should
change it.
never.
That's so funny. Yeah, man. Just keep
Okay,
it.
I'll
Yeah, just keep Kim K.
I was
out.
actually
keep
being
it
serious
trilling,
then
eh?
once
Keep
in.
comparing those girls to Kim K.
I
Yeah,
wasn't comparing any girls to Kim K.
yeah.
It's fine. Everybody's humor is different.
Yo, sick. Nah, for real.
Yeah, I realised.
For real.
Don't worry.
Yeah, for real. That is actually true.
I realised.
But yo, let's get back onto the subject. That
was the subject.
Yeah.
Meme culture.
Meme culture. Oh, okay. Oh, yo, we actually talk quite a bit.
Do you know what though? I actually think it is very important because it does get people who would never actually talk about certain things talking, and then certain people educate themselves. And you know, the line is actually not that deep. So you know, when you were saying about it, like I'm going into it and actually talking about meme culture, a lot of people would be like, "Is it actually that deep though?"
Yeah, for real.
I think oftentimes it is that deep.
Yeah.
It's deep to somebody, and then it's when you kind of stop considering certain people's feelings
Do you know what
and
I mean?
certain groups' feelings, probably, because I think that's like the whole humour thing is like you're mocking like a certain group. So I think that's where it comes in with memes, and like often certain groups are the target of that, and because they're maybe not, like, let's say for example the World War III thing, like, so for example people in Iran, like, you're obviously not directly mocking that group, but you kind of are by making these jokes.
Yeah.
So I think just because that group isn't in your life, or you're not interacting with them, like, you think it's okay, you think you can get away with that, when really it's kind of like,
So
check yourself.
you know, like there's not like meme culture, but it kind of varies with it because it is social media. But you know, like when they do like remembrance for 9/11,
Yeah.
did you see the one that people did after 9/11? I only seen it like this year. It was last year. It was like talking about like after 9/11. It was a hashtag saying after 9/11, and it was like Muslim people talking about like what happened to them and their families, and it was like
Right.
after 9/11, my dad did it. Some of the people's dads. The three that I can remember. One was his dad was wearing a turban, and they ragged him and beat him on the street, and he said he's not wearing his turban no more.
I think I've seen these.
Yeah. Another one, his mum got attacked and then she died, and then something else was massive as well. But like I didn't know, like when you go through the after 9/11 hashtag, you see like a lot of things happen to like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Who it was not their fault and it's not their war.
100%.
And like they got like the whole backlash is like a whole country just turned on them.
Yeah.
And like there was kids as well that they said after 9/11, like kids in school and teachers were just being so mean to them and segregation and stuff, and it's just crazy because that's the stuff that you don't actually portray and you don't really hear. It's just you only hear of one thing, but the aftermath of what actually happens, the consequences and stuff, it's a bit crazy.
And yeah, I think like besides meme culture, with social media, we're able to see so much more than a lot of people actually are.
I think it's very limited though, because I only
With social media.
Yeah, because you need to think we only follow a set kind of clientele.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the algorithms will play into.
Nah, nothing to do with algorithms. Don't try and be smart with it.
But it is, I guess.
No, but I thought that would.
I feel
I-
like what's posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't feel like it's we only follow a specific food. Algorithm is different.
No, yeah, you're only. It's like the election, right?
Yeah.
So when the general election was happening, all my Twitter feed was like,
Labour.
I'm voting Labour, I'm voting
Yeah.
Labour, I'm
Yeah.
voting Labour. Like you live in a bubble on social
Oh,
media.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you don't realise that like half of the population aren't on Twitter, they're voting Conservative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just because that's all you're seeing, you think, oh well, everyone's.
Was
I
it-
thought
was it
everyone
you?
was voting. I said
Was
that.
it you who posted in the group chat?
Yeah.
And everywhere, like you said before, I seen Labour everywhere, and I was shocked that like
It was more
the-
conservative.
Even in Liverpool, it's like
Yeah.
Labour, Labour, Labour. You're like, oh right, okay, cool.
Yeah, but then you think about it, it's like the things that you know is like I don't really know what's going on in the news. The only thing I know right now what's going on is Iraq and Australia.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more shit that's happening.
Iran.
So I don't run. Iran.
Plane crash in Tehran.
I didn't even know that. And then
Yeah,
what else
you
did
just
I
told
know?
me something.
China. What happens in China? Then you need to think things change like on a regular, but there's more stuff that's happening. Like the other news that I knew a while back was the church stuff in Notre Dame. That's the only thing I knew at that point in time.
Yeah.
So it's like who I follow on Insta is all that I know, because I don't really watch news and don't really look at anything else. So the things that I call as general knowledge of what's happening is very limited.
Yeah.
Because it's not even that much. So you need to think people our age are actually so we're not in tune with everything. But then at the same time we have a platform that is supposed to widen us to learn more, but at the same time we're actually isolated to learn less.
Yeah.
So it's very crazy. But even a couple of years back, or not even a couple of years back, you could say from our parents' standpoint, even their whole getting in information was very limited because a lot of media was controlled, and then you used to have radio and TV. But at the same time, that was even, they would only broadcast a set limited. So we have a tool that is meant to open our eyes to a lot more, and we're not actually using it.
Yeah, there's so much that you
Yeah.
don't. I was talking about it today on lunch, and one of my colleagues was like, oh, we live in like, I think he called it like a post-truth society or something, or a post-truth world. And he was like, and I was saying basically like, you have accounts on Twitter and somebody will see a blue tick and automatically think that's fact, like that must be true.
yeah.
But then like you take someone like Donald Trump, for example, who's tweeting like absolute rubbish, and they've got a blue tick, they're the president of America, like, and people will take that as fact. And that's the same for like so many things. You'll just take it at face value because it's published on a certain webpage, or like what you think is a credible source, like actually isn't.
Yeah,
That is true.
definitely.
That's true. That is what they say. Even people say history is not even true. Like, it's changed by so much, and even news or sources that we all hear now. There's no truth in anything, regardless. Even now, I can go and tell someone what happened here today, and
There's 3
To
sides.
believe it straight away.
Yeah, what?
To believe it straight
There's
away.
5
No,
sides.
I'm saying it wouldn't be the full truth because
Yeah.
it'll be what I've
What
took into the
your,
account. Yeah.
It's everyone's perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could be like this
Which was
happened.
episode 1 of Front Left Podcast. If you haven't listened to it, carry on.
What was it?
Perception.
Yeah, man.
Continue.
So like,
Someone tell him have a day off, yeah?
there's- relax, big man. No lesson.
It's all love, baby, baby.
Yay! No, yeah, it's just the only evidence that we could have to actually delegate what is actually the truth is actually the camera recording. But if it's man-made, written, nothing's actual factual because your mind as well, even though you feel like you got a good memory, your mind could start like
Bugging.
yeah,
Just a couple of
bugging,
magnums
man.
and yeah.
You know
Gone.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
seeing some empty bottles there.
But all truth is
It's
subjective
all about
anyway.
the orange now.
Yeah.
All truth is subjective. Because it's depending on whose point of view it's from. So I could say one thing, you could say another thing. and
Yeah.
what I say is not the truth.
It's true, man.
It's-
It's actually true.
Even like you said, like the video is like what's true. Like
Yeah.
you can clip that down and create a completely
Different video.
It's true.
story
We
to
can
what
make
actually
sound,
happened.
Yeah.
sound
It's
bites
mad.
of just what one person says and create a completely different narrative.
Yeah. It's tricky. It is mad. It is mad how we look at things as well.
It's
Oh.
tricky. Sorry. Start saying it's tricky.
Why do you keep on humming? What is
I know.
I swear, innit?
What is it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the magnums have done to you or something.
Let me say
I heard
Do you not hear
that.
that?
Nah, you
He
know
was
what?
like-
Nah,
He
you know
did
what?
only-
Yeah.
I only heard him once.
Nah,
Nah, it's gonna be like
Nah.
a, I was agreeing with your point.
No, but you
Like a
It was a
BMW
little
engine.
too long. It
Yeah.
was like
Like it's reminiscent
It
of us
sounds
saying like
you just finished the KFC advert and you're like, that chicken was
finger looking good.
tasty. I'm like,
Sorry, talking about KFC, anybody try that vegan thing?
Not
nah,
yet.
I don't believe in it.
Why?
I don't believe in it either.
Oi, can I just say, I seen
Speaking
a
on-
thing and I was like, why are you paying KFC, like the biggest chicken company, for, like as a vegan for their stuff?
But it's just
because-
one of them, they feel like they don't want to miss out.
Everywhere has to be inclusive
Yeah.
these days, so you
Vegan.
can't be exclusive.
Vegan,
If
I
there's
like
a way for them to make more money and
Oh
bring
yeah, definitely.
people in, then they're gonna open the market up to everyone. Even though probably I haven't tasted it yet, but I know I'll probably taste it. I probably won't like it.
I heard it's really
because-
good.
I heard it's good too.
Someone told me it was dry.
What is
Oh, is
it?
it?
A burger? Or?
It's a
Like
chicken,
garlic, like
fake,
a
fake
zinger?
chicken. Vegans need to stop calling meat chicken. Like
Yeah.
vegan.
They didn't say it was chicken though, did
Nah,
they?
but they always say like they call like they just
yeah.
always have chicken or meat in the thing.
Vegan
Just
chicken
call it-
goujons.
just-
Like, get
yeah.
real, it's not chicken.
It's just a vegan goujon. They call it that. Like, I'll be happy. Don't like come and tell me.
Vegan strip.
What did you eat last night? I ate chicken. But you're vegan. It's vegan chicken. Nah, man.
Well, it's
just,
not actually.
Yeah, but some
Relax.
things are made to be meat-like replacement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's
but
not.
just
say-
It's
Yeah.
in.
No,
Just-
it's not meat
just
in
say
it, but
replacement
there's some things that will be like some people then call it make it a replica. So
Like a
some people say
substitute.
I'm having
They'll
a
have the
burger.
texture of that.
Yeah,
There's no texture
All
in
I'm
the
saying
veal.
is-
There is.
It's
Have you ever
so
seen?
good.
Do you want to hear
yeah, it's
something
hard.
mad?
Go on.
Go
The
on.
maddest thing ever. So during my spare time, I watch a lot of cooking videos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that.
So you can cook it.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Cheers. But yeah, so basically, there's a restaurant in New York that charges. So like for Thanksgiving holidays and stuff, he charges fake pot roast for vegans, and he charges like.
what do you mean fake?
This is where it gets a bit
jiggy
mad.
with it.
Wow.
So basically, man charges like $120 for this fake meat, and it turns out it is a skip. You alright? It is basically
It's actually meat.
no. It's a watermelon.
Oh, God, I saw that.
Yeah,
It's a
But
what?
I heard it tastes good.
nah.
What?
It's a watermelon.
What do you mean it's a watermelon?
So they put like he skins like a watermelon, and then he puts like
Smokes it.
yeah, he smokes it. You seen it?
I saw
Smoke
it.
for
Excuse me?
$120, man. Smoked the
finish it
watermelon.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
you smoke it, yeah.
And he
You
like
don't.
there's
And he
lots of like
cooks it,
seasoning and
and
stuff.
Watermelon.
On a watermelon?
Bro, it's mad.
Wait, with the actual...
No,
Is
you
it
skin
taste
it.
like-
Yeah, so
And
it's
then-
just the green bit of the watermelon?
No,
the
the actual
red.
red.
Oh, so
The
ju-
red, and you're smoking that, but that's like all water. What
Yeah, I was
you-
going to say,
That's
well,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what they're smoking.
And then he cuts it, and it's like, it's meant to look like blood. And I'm like, this is
Yes,
jam.
oh.
See, now me, I would not want to eat that because I'd be like, ugh, it's
So how do people
Watermelon.
not get onto
But-
the fact that it's
No,
watermelon?
he's selling it to vegans for $120.
And they're buying it?
Bro, apparently so.
like ham.
Yeah, holiday ham. And then, but I was so baffled.
So man's using watermelon as a meat replacement and people are buying it.
Bro,
Wow.
At that point, you're
mean-
just stupid, aren't you?
do you know what?
If
Do you
he's
know?
making money, then...
What's
Not
piss-
him.
Yeah, I
people
know.
buying it.
Yeah.
But vegan, no offense to vegans, but they spend money on like a lot of money. Like, how
They
you
spend
charge
money on a lot of
money.
They spend money on a lot of
shit.
shit.
Rewind.
Are you going to a restaurant? Yeah, I'm paying £6 for cauliflower wings. Cauliflower wings. If I can get 6 wings for £2. Like,
I mean,
That's
What?
the
Yeah, but
thing, though.
that's-
Meat is cheap because it's like subsidized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
that's
so
not
is
that's
veg.
not the people who are buying
50p
its
for
fault.
cauliflower.
It's the people who are
How are
setting
you
the
gonna pay
price
£6
and the ban.
for like for not even a full thing?
cauliflower wings.
Yeah, cauliflower
And you know
wings is so
what?
expensive
What
for no
even does
reason.
cauliflower wings look like? Like just cauliflower.
Must
I've
be-
made
With
some.
some seasoning
with
on it.
seasoning.
And
Nah,
that definitely
nah,
does not taste
they-
the same as you can't suck the
Cauliflower is
the
dead
meat off of
anyway.
them bones.
Nah,
Listen, when I make
gross.
cauliflower wings, it bangs. Certain places, obviously, you've got to make food that is applicable to a large amount of people. It
Yeah.
has to cover the mass, and then you have to cover the cost of certain things.
Yeah,
so, on
true.
purpose, what the people do, which like governments and whatever places, what they do is that they'll create these meat alternatives, or they'll create these foods that they say are vegan friendly or whatever, because it's easy and cheap to make and mass produce. And then what they'll do is then they'll make all the meat options cheaper, because that's the norm in
Yeah.
society for everyone. So you can't make the vegan ones the same price as that one, because you've got to, there's the supply and demand of it.
Yeah.
So you've got to say, oh, that's a bit niche, so we can up the price for that.
Yeah.
And because they know it's niche,
They'll have
they're
to
gonna
pay that price
Exactly.
anyway because there's no other option.
exactly.
We all need vegans in the world though, because we're not doing it right.
Yeah, but
So,
veggie burgers are the best burgers that you can ever buy.
as in taste wise.
Yeah, I love a veggie burger, me man.
I don't really
them
like
ones with
burgers
like
anyway.
beans and the ones you used to get in school. I've been banging them since reception. They are powerful.
It's reception.
Yo, veggie
I don't know,
burgers,
man.
Really?
It depends. I've
Yeah.
tried my fair share. They don't do it for me.
Anybody doing veganuary?
Nah, I'm doing.
Well, I'm plant based anyway, so
Oh, big one thing.
yeah.
Did you not
told me
just
this
see
the other
his,
day.
His
his
Instagram
food?
page?
I mean,
Yeah.
for life.
It's been like that for 4 years.
No, don't
No.
listen to my man.
We brought you chicken.
You ate chicken the other day. Relax.
Let me.
I thought you said when you can be.
Yeah. So let me. No.
That doesn't count.
No.
You were, what is it?
You mean a flexitarian?
He's a flexitarian.
Wow.
You're
But not
flexitarian.
necessarily though, because obviously, yeah. But you need to remember, you guys only
I'm
see me eat when I'm with
plant-based,
you
but I
guys.
Yeah,
had
but you're
chicken.
still flexitarian.
Yeah, but it. Let me find the definition of plant based.
Isn't there another one though where it's like you don't waste food?
I don't know.
I don't say
about that
waste.
one.
Plant-based is
Vegetarian, that can't
definitely
be
when you
No,
just eat
the waste
plants.
people like that.
I'll find you the actual
Okay,
definition.
can somebody sing a song while he finds the definition
You
of
don't
plant-based?
need
Wait,
to-
but
don't
what
need
you
to
said,
find-
waste food,
find
there's
it.
actually people who
Let's get off
actually
my life.
use the whole animal for stuff. So, like, from the leather to.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, what did you mean?
I meant
as?
it like people will just eat whatever there is, so they're not wasting stuff. Like for example, my sister isn't one, but at Christmas, like my mum will have to cook 2 dinners because she's veggie
Okay.
and vegan. So whereas like at Christmas, she might just say like, "Oh, fine, I'm just gonna eat the normal dinner because that's wasting less produce and
Right, I
like
get it.
cooking less stuff." Do you know what I mean?
I rate that.
I don't know
though.
what the word
Yeah,
is for
but-
it though.
Your sister can still eat everything except the meat. Is that right?
Yeah, but so, like for example, if you have roast potatoes and goose fat,
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
she's not having.
Just
do
have
you know
to
what I
use
mean?
fat on the side.
Just have more potatoes.
No, you have to put it
No,
on
no,
the
because
potato.
the
they have it
potatoes
on
are
the
cooked
potatoes
in
to
the.
cook to
Oh.
crisp.
Yeah.
Like,
If you have never
Or-
actually had it, but I heard it's
Or
good.
there's some people who don't want to eat certain like products because they're cooked within the same tray as the meat and
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
but vegans eat KFC fries, innit? Is it cooked in the same thing?
I've no
Do
idea.
you
You
know
need to
what?
ask
That makes so
KFC.
much sense because if it's cooked in KFC, why would you even want it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're a vegan and your purpose of being vegan is like whatever ethical reasons,
Yeah,
like
you
to
wouldn't
go to
want that.
KFC and buy this thing, you're still giving KFC your money to go and kill
What do you
more.
call?
But a
I
lot-
call
a lot-
bullshit.
But there's a girl I know. She even actually messaged me today and said, "Have you tried the KFC vegan thing?" I said, "Nah, I don't really like burgers anyway."
and what
but
is she plant based?
Yeah, she's full vegan, and she said to me, she was like to me, I'm not gonna. She made that same statement that you just said. She said, I'm not gonna go to KFC and give them my money because they're a company that doesn't care about animals because they kill animals.
KFC
anyway.
don't care about black people.
But, they don't, man. The original Colonel was black anyway.
Oh, he was white. You stole it from a slave.
Yeah.
With the Colonel?
So he stole it. The idea, sorry, the idea.
But you are the
Yes,
captain.
basically.
Okay.
This guy is wave.
Wait, he's had a few too
No, he
many.
has. So anyway,
carry on.
as I was saying,
But you are
Plant-based is.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
That is the joke. That's the. I am the captain now. She knows.
I don't find this meme funny. Please stop. Allow
His
it.
humor actually is very funny. Why do you not find any of these things funny?
Who? My humor?
Josh's?
No, my humor's very funny. Yeah, I'm
I
hilarious.
said very different.
Oh, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is.
Oh, I said funny.
You said funny.
I meant
You said
different.
funny?
I meant different.
Oh, okay. I'm confused
Just
now.
looking at you. Your humor is a bit funny now, man.
I think I'm hilarious, so I don't really care. But anyway,
As you said, that's all that's important.
That's just you, man.
That's all that
I
matters,
am
baby.
the captain. I like it, man.
and people laugh when they're around me, so that's all good. If certain people don't,
Oh,
I don't care. Anyway, a plant-based diet is a diet consisting mostly.
May of yourself said that.
he does care.
Whatever.
I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say it like that, though, did I? I'm chill. Anyway, see how funny I am. See how funny I am.
We have lost.
A plant-based diet is a diet consisting mostly of or entirely. Consisting mostly or entirely of foods derived from plants, including vegetables, grains, nuts, seeds, legumes, and fruits, with few
okay?
or no animal products. Few or no.
So you're excusing yourself for eating.
So,
I'm not excusing
potentially
myself.
If there's like a trace or there's something in there.
Nah,
Yeah.
you're saying he can have like one chicken fry a day.
Because I don't eat. I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat on the rest like
But
that.
how come you can have animals if it's plant based? I guess.
Based.
Yeah,
That's why it says few.
The majority of your diet
It's plant
is
based.
derived from plants.
There
Yeah,
we
but
go,
the
there
most
we
of
go.
everyone's diet's plant-based.
No, it's not. There's some people that
No,
don't
I
eat
mean
fruit or
pasta,
veg. They
like-
don't.
Why are you eating pasta and cheese?
No, really though. That's actually what you eat. And tuna.
And pesto.
Yeah.
That's not even a
plant-based.
pesto.
No, but there's some people that I know
Yeah,
because
tomatoes
that's
and the
nuts.
peppers and nuts.
Oh yeah.
Nuts and
Yeah.
pesto.
Pesto's cheese-based.
Pesto's made
Nah,
of
pesto's
nuts.
made of, it's
No.
made
It's
of
not. Read the back of it.
sun-dried.
I don't eat that one because it's got cheese in it.
Stop
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah, it has. It kills my stomach off. Go and read the back of them. That's why.
I didn't know it was
Not
made
serious?
of. I didn't know it was made
So
of.
It's got cheese in it.
That's you can't.
Okay.
And if it's parmesan, you still can't eat it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Man, I need to cook
Crisp.
for you or
The
something.
saying crisp
Are
I
you
don't
gonna
eat.
pasta, cheese, and pesto.
I don't.
It's not
I
only-
literally, she will vouch. I cook for her. Like I was just saying that.
She just looked at you like, nigga, stop lying.
No, she can cook, and actually, I can cook as well. But
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy.
Oh, you
cooking.
don't enjoy cooking?
No, for people.
Oh, you know, like the dumplings, man.
So I don't like when people are like, "All right, okay, cool, you're from Trinidad, so when you're gonna cook for me, never."
Do you know
Like,
what it is?
what?
Hint.
That was a dig at you, Josh.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you made that so obvious.
First
This
of all,
guy.
I don't like cooking for myself, but I like cooking for other people.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
So
So
like
when
I
you
said,
gonna
when we
cook
get
for
them
us? I'll cook for
dumplings,
you
when we
when you're
get
ready.
that.
Let's rock it.
Nah, I
Tonight?
I'm the opposite.
It's
I
a bit
prefer to
late.
cook for myself.
Them
I
late
can
night
eat.
Drake ones.
I'm starving, but it's a bit.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Yo, come through.
Yeah.
Come through. We'll do dinner date today, and we'll like.
Yeah. And invite the godparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the godparents?
Y'all, duh.
Oh, Mazza. Oh, this is a thing.
We said that.
Yeah,
So
but
this is
I know like
happening?
it's actually happening. Cool, then that's alright. That's
Okay,
funny.
guys, jeez, relax.
I was gonna make a joke, but
Do you know what it
I
is? It's
offend
the
people.
OV in you.
Because I'm tired. Nah, it's one of them, man. Come through in it, man. Come.
But yeah, as I was saying about plant-based,
Uh-huh.
the majority of my diet will come from plants. So few or no animal products.
So what you
I'm
having
not-
for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Whatever's there. Oh, there's jackfruit. I know there's jackfruit.
Just that? Cutting it up like Shaka?
Like Shaka?
That's actually so funny.
sick.
I don't get it.
Shaka boss.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nah,
he goes to
went
it.
over your head, didn't it?
He goes to it. Because I didn't know what Shaka she was talking about. But yeah, no.
Man's
no,
out
no.
here just got
He's
the
there.
I'd be
He's there
like,
lips
you
and
know
fruit and that.
what,
No,
though?
no,
He's
no.
doing
He's
it
there.
I
too
reckon
much.
that would do good for your page.
Nah,
Imagine.
if he did that, Oh my God. Wait.
Trey's like,
Wait.
Making love to the fruits and that.
No,
Nah,
you
but
do
nah.
that one more time. Let me see.
She was like,
One more.
Josh
Let's
was
see.
getting excited
I'm
then.
getting excited. The way she chopped
see in my feet. Grind and
No.
I don't bring her out much. So
Yeah, no. I'm gonna do none of that.
I think that'll do really good.
It's one of them still.
Plus, he lives in a. Well, I don't know where he lives, but he always
He
seems
lives all
to.
over. One minute
Yeah, that's
in
what I'm
Ghana,
saying.
next minute in Nigeria, next
So
minute-
he's
all
always in a
over.
climate where he can find this tropical kind of exotic fruit where he can make those kind of videos
I
with
saw it in the
the
market
mango.
by-
And he's like that, and he's like, the juices, and you're like, what the
Yeah, he's a bit too extra.
It's a bit much. I can't do that. Yo, I'll be in freaking
He's
town.
a
with an apple
fruitarian,
and
isn't
eating it.
With an apple.
Yeah, he's
The
a
whole-
fruitarian. There's a girl I know who's a fruitarian. Oh, she's not a fruitarian no more.
Fruitarian's
That's
too
a
much,
thing.
man. Yeah, fruitarian's a thing.
Yeah,
You just
I
eat
know.
fruits, innit?
She says she just
No,
lost
you just
bare
eat
weight.
fruit.
Yeah. You get
Yeah.
you get all your nutrients from different fruits.
That
Yeah.
can't be good for you.
You know, it wasn't.
Nah, it's
not
too much
good for you.
sugar,
No, but at the same time,
and you don't get enough balance of
Where'd you
No
get like your carbs
carbs.
from?
carbs.
Yeah.
All fruits have carbs in.
No, wait. We only
Not all
feel
of them.
bad as the carbs.
pasta.
It's pasta.
I'm gonna be sponsored by who? Vampiano.
Vaps.
Vamps.
Anyway,
Can I just say sorry? Back to Shaka Bars.
Yeah.
Now, it's nice, looking at his Instagram is cool, whatever. But today he was begging it on Anthony Joshua's Instagram live.
Oh, I didn't even
What
watch
was
it.
he
I didn't
saying?
go on
Was
it.
he on live?
I
Gosh,
don't know.
but yeah. Get me on.
nah,
Gosh.
no. This is more
Giving me
important. This is more
competition.
important. Wiley, Stormzy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
man.
To be honest,
Tricky.
I haven't really diverged into Wiley and Stormzy that much because I don't care. More so on the side I don't care about
You're
what's
cool.
Wiley.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, he's a grown man, and what is he
And
sending for
okay.
the
Relax,
new
my
school
man.
for?
Yeah, to throw out there.
What did you say?
He's an older man and he's sending for the new school. It seems a bit of like
You
He's
wouldn't
like-
do anything for clout.
Because you man
I
are my
rate it though.
youngest.
oh, he's not relative,
I love-
relevant. Sorry,
Isn't that a meme?
that is actually a meme, but I didn't mean it to be. But he's actually relevant. He's trying to be relevant again.
But you need to think about it. He is relevant, but at the same time,
He's clever.
he's very clever. But at this, another thing as well, he needs to relax on social media. So there's people like that who are
People are
like,
saying he's on drugs.
no. There's people, there's people
What are
like
you
Wiley,
smoking?
yeah, who are like that on social media. You always have that one person you follow, and they're always like venting and
Hey,
talking.
don't be pointing out, don't be putting me on the wavelength of Wiley. I'm
The one person on social media who's stirring shit.
when I say I stare stuff, it's mainly just football.
So he's just doing what. There's always someone like Wiley, but because
Yeah.
he's got a platform, it's more out there. But there's always someone like. They use social media as an agony aunt. I used to have them on Facebook all the time.
Agony ants?
Yeah, no, just people using Facebook as an agony aunt
yeah,
and just
yeah,
yeah.
talking about it and just talking about every situation, what's happened. Can't believe my mum did this stuff. Can't believe or so and so, and you just like, yo,
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I wanted a KFC. I can't believe she said it has rice at home, man.
yeah.
There's rice at home. There's always
No,
rice at
there's
home.
always
Jackfruit
rice
at
home.
home as well.
Oh,
Yes, me and those the two.
To be fair, yeah,
I'm
KFC's not
getting
banging
I'm-
like that no
You
more.
give me a great idea.
I'm hungry, you know.
You can have shares. She just gave me a great idea, but I can't share it.
Oh, okay.
Great idea.
I'm just
So it's
Great
mine then.
idea.
Yeah.
Mad.
Great
Stealing
idea.
independent brands ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the independent brand here?
Mia?
No, she just said something. I didn't say what the idea was. I'm just saying.
Just like the tweet again, huh? You're really moving like boohoo.
Jeez.
Can you please
Please don't
edit
sue
that
me, please
out?
don't sue me, please don't sue me.
It's
Edited,
cool,
we can't
man.
be
It's
losing
all right.
sponsors just
Boohoo
yet.
are friends. We're
Literally,
cool with
we
Boohoo.
love you guys.
We love Boohoo.
Yo, every girl buys from there, man.
Yeah.
Right, you know what? I haven't bought from there for time.
Yeah?
It's dead now. I mean, wait, what?
Can you please edit those out? No, like Big Man Ting Jacob. Edit that out.
views of
We
Mimi.
love-
Of Mimi only.
We love the
Jeez.
K family. We love you guys, man.
Which one?
Maz Alino.
I rep ASOS anyway, so I'm not forced.
But
Yo, Nike come through, man.
I wear anything that fits me.
You can tell.
And I get attacked as the one who parts people. Nah.
I'm the biggest troll
This
out there.
perception needs to change,
Said I
man.
got no socks.
No, she killed you. She killed you.
I'm ready to fight you, you know. Me and you are
And I'm
going
the
down.
mean one. Okay.
Come
Just
on.
saying.
I feel safe here.
that was good.
Your name is not Mimi, it's malicious.
That's what
It's just me.
That's
Yeah.
Meow.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Malicious, you know.
Malicious.
Yes.
You know what? I don't even think you're coming back on for part 2.
Yeah.
Just
The
Not
captain.
invited back.
The captain has spoken.
The captain didn't say shit.
Let me drive the vote.
I am the captain.
Oh, my cheeks are hurting.
You just said it then.
Oh.
It's like you were waiting.
Oh, Trey is so funny.
Trey is funny, man. Trey is licked. I think that Magnum gone straight to your head, man.
Trust me, man.
I'm good, man.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah, it is. Push it to the limit.
That's Trey today. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the goose. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny.
Is that how the song goes?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard that part either.
I sung the alcohols in the wrong way.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Blame it on the
Blame it on the goose.
Blame it on the Henny.
Your
Yeah.
Wait,
remix
what
actually.
song is this?
Blame it on the alcohol.
You guys are singing a different part that I've never heard.
He sang his own remix.
I know.
Yo, but Trey knows what I'm talking about, but I said it wrong.
I know the tune, but what you started to sing afterwards was a bit mad.
Yeah, they mention Henny, Grey Goose.
Okay, sing it again. Let me hear.
He was sing on the Bacardi Breeze.
Blame it on the WKD.
Nah, you're taking the piss.
I've been saying that. That's all I'm saying.
No, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss too.
But the intro to that song is. That's on a sex playlist.
Oh, yeah.
It's on your what?
What playlist is it on?
Sorry, I don't know what you said. Tom.
He said,
You said it's on your
playlist.
sex playlist.
What's with this?
The man who's making not be able to speak.
Okay.
I hate you. Trey.
What else is on your sex playlist?
Yeah, give
Yo,
us some
what else
songs.
is on your sex playlist? I've got a slow
Give
down
us an
playlist too.
insight.
Nah.
You have any
shy
Summer
now.
Walker?
You want to know what he's got?
Yeah.
He's got, I like big butts in the can.
You know what?
You
You know what? Yeah, hang on. Let me
You actually getting off?
Yeah, I've got a slow jams playlist.
What's on
Mad
yours?
So I've got Weekend Lover by Jamie Foxx. If you haven't heard it,
Jamie Foxx is the guy.
you need
Okay.
to listen to that
Do
one.
you
if
have
you
any
haven't heard
Summer
it.
Walker?
Yeah, I got some
I have an
more.
update. I have an
got
update.
some more.
Josh knows what he's doing.
Josh is like, yeah, I have it.
I've got.
I've got some. Hey.
Josh is on Twitter. Yes, someone walking makes me want to fuck, and he's like, add to playlist.
Nah, he was actually like that the other day. I tweeted all them girls that I tweeted that I said you were like, I need to see all of them live.
Yeah.
I tweeted a list of like all of
But
like
they're the
best.
people I listen to.
Yeah, these girls are like,
I
Summer
listen-
Walker.
I listen to Summer Walker a lot. Like,
Yeah,
I like
she's
to,
good, you know.
I like to feel. I listen to SZA.
You like
listen
to feel
Alice
what?
May. I listen to Mariah May. I listen to.
Mirror man.
Mirror
Yeah,
May, you mean?
but it's
Man,
Mariah.
Yeah, I
It's
hate
not
it.
Mirror.
Yeah.
That's Mariah.
I got bare
My
bangers
guys
on
on
it.
it.
You know, I've got
Yeah.
Listen to Olivia Rose.
21 Questions.
Tink.
SZA.
I love a good Tink, me man.
Keanu
The whole
Levy.
all that mixtape.
Trey has got Summer Walker.
Oh, yeah, good.
Don't play the actual tune though, because I don't know about copyright and shit.
Nah, don't worry, man. I'm not that lick.
Listen to some Etta Bond as well.
Yeah.
I was listening to that today. That's the
Good.
way there's some. I was singing.
Some good songs.
Wait,
Come
some
on.
hair.
Oh, she's good.
Who?
Hair?
Her.
What is
Yeah.
Oh.
what is the title of the playlist?
What it do, baby?
Is it really?
Bro, look. Wait.
It's actually go. It
I had
probably
to
is.
change it, bro. What it do, baby?
Yeah,
Can I
it
tell you a
is.
story why I had to change it this way?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So I was in the car, yeah, and
Were you
I
with
was
your
on a
bum?
date.
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, can you add this to the playlist?" So she added it, and I just said in capital letters, "sex."
It's too big.
So wait there. So she was like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Ah." And the first thing I thought was, "You're gonna think that every girl that I like take back or take in a car, I'll play this if I'm gonna go through with it." And I was like, "It's not even like that. It just gets me in the mood. You know what I'm saying?"
I mean, I could be going home by
What's
myself.
what's yours called?
I just have, I don't know.
Mine's
called,
not.
number
Mine's
one?
not really a sex playlist. It's just slow jam. So it's just.
What's yours?
It's not
I don't have
specific.
one.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
have mood.
I'm not
but
gonna
it's
lie, I
from-
didn't know this was a thing.
Mine's
Yeah.
called Me and
I
Ben.
used
But
to,
mine,
but
I
no.
didn't make mine
Me and
myself.
I thought you said me in bed.
Oh no,
Me and Bay.
Me and Bay.
But mine isn't made
Bay.
by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was gonna, I would just like search a Spotify one.
Yeah.
Nah, I like my own. I'm Apple Music gang.
But before all this playlist, I used to use Majestic Casual. I told you this, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wavy.
And also Sunday Candy.
Sunday
I have
Candy.
that because we used to do that on Melodic.
Oh,
And then I just keep
eh?
updating it.
On what?
Melodic.
Oh, melodic.
But she sounded like she said melodic.
Yeah.
That's the way she said it.
I sound like I said what?
I used to do that on melodic.
That's like Josh was like, what?
I get it.
You're
Wait,
saying
what?
some nudes, she's saying melodic.
Melodic.
Funny.
Trey's saying,
Melodic.
Serious, man.
But
Yeah, melodic.
Melodic.
Yeah.
Melodic.
yeah, I think
Melodic.
everyone's got a
Melodic.
sex playlist.
Now you say melodic.
Not everyone.
No, I think so.
Whatever.
I don't know, because I feel like you can only use that kind of playlist if you've like, it has to be a specific circumstance that comes on.
and I think it
can't
depends
just be.
what kind of sex you're going to have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going for like the slow jams, like the...
But then I like beating to
the
listen. I don't really like music beating. Like I like to hear like I need to.
Pow, if you don't know about me.
I mean, some like
Next
I
time.
can't even remember his name, but yeah.
Kitchenada.
I need to hear. I just need to hear the vocals from the person.
Get that.
So I need to know
Okay.
that I'm doing a good job. From that first deep breath,
Okay.
then yo, fuck the music.
Wait.
Wait,
The
what?
voices from.
Pose.
You know what I'm talking about?
Can I say something?
Oh my
Do you know
God.
when
Mo might want to go home.
when people touch the
I mean,
leg?
I don't know.
I've
Yeah.
got one when it's by my ear.
Touch it, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no! So basically, last week podcast was it last week or 2 weeks?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So we was talking about
No, it
like
was last week.
No,
You
it was
said-
2 weeks.
No, it was 2 weeks
It
ago.
was 2 weeks.
Oh, touch your leg.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I
I was
thought you were
like,
talking about.
if you touch my leg, I'm ready. I'm raring to go.
He's ready to go.
What, as a guy?
Yeah, if someone touches my leg, you could just touch my leg.
He's ready to
I'm
go.
just there you go, big man. Like, so he's saying his ear is his
Yeah.
go-to
I
spot.
don't know how.
Mine's my
Just a
leg.
quick.
No, not scratch it like.
Like
I know what you mean.
No, as in like she's there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your ear.
And you a little.
I think that's the same for all guys.
Is it?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, no, I'll stop flinching. I'm too ticklish.
By the ear?
So last time
Yeah.
someone touched my
Yeah.
leg and we done the podcast like the day before, and I was like, right now Josh would be like, yo, it's go time.
Yeah.
Nah, I
If
feel
you,
like
as soon
someone
as you touch my leg,
The top of my like back area, not my.
You're a bit ticklish.
No, I'm not actually ticklish.
But then when it's that time.
But that's like a bit. It gets me like relaxed. I'm like, okay.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
a
Okay.
You can
it's the
pass.
Without touching his cock. Sorry.
you never seen that?
We'll throw in the meme. We'll throw it
You
in.
cannot pass without kissing his cock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pass.
Yeah.
Kissing my
Yeah.
cock.
Again,
Yeah.
back to memes. You see memes bring
Yeah.
the.
I thought
Bring the world
you
go
were just. I was
round.
like, oh my god, that was so.
What you think I was
extreme.
saying that straight to?
That's. I was like, oh my
We're like
god.
kissing
Nah, it's a
my
bit
cock.
much.
And he's like,
You say that to girls.
No, I don't. No.
I love to say that, you cannot. Then this whole pod will get shut down.
Do you know what? Can I
Oh.
like bait us out?
yeah, it's a bit.
Me and we're actually very like jokey, right?
Yeah.
We're not like. Sometimes we take things a bit like not seriously, especially during like sexy times.
Okay.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So imagine if you said that.
Yeah, I've been told during sex, like, stop being so funny.
Stop being so funny.
That's
What kind of
what
joke?
you say.
Yeah, what you say?
No, but like it's ridiculous. Like
So
you just,
what? You're having banter during the thing? What's happening?
I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's like a
Are you
awkward
into
thing.
it though?
What?
Are you into it?
Yeah, actually, that's a good
Joke.
point.
Are you into it?
Are you
My
in?
joke?
No,
the
no.
Smash.
The set. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's like more when I feel comfortable with somebody.
So
yeah.
then you start being funnier.
I completely get what she
I
means
get where she's
though.
going because I had someone crack me jokes and I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I just at first I started to laugh. Then I was like, right, it was funny, but I don't know, like maybe I do get where she's coming from because I
You're
feel
just
like
so
she felt
comfortable in the moment. You just feel like you can just do whatever. You
I
still,
get it.
Oh,
I get it.
okay.
you
I get
still
it.
want to beat, but you also just want to be
Like,
like.
sometimes you say it, you're like,
Yeah.
crack a little joke.
Okay, but back to the.
Sometimes they get too comfortable though,
Yeah.
and I look at them and I'm like,
Back, oh my
I'm about to pull out
god.
right now.
Yeah, but like, what did he say?
Sometimes they're too comfortable.
Yeah.
And I look at them and I think,
Some.
I might have to pull out.
I don't know if I can say this.
What are you gonna say?
Say
I
it.
don't know if I can. I don't know if I can say. You might have to bleep this out if I say this.
Wait, hold on. Are you gonna mention someone's name?
No. So I was beating one time, yeah, and this girl was like, "Oh, I love this big black," and then she was like, "I want this." Big.
No, we don't mean comfortable like that.
Is she white?
Yeah.
She was watching Black beforehand.
That is she's so funny.
I hope that was the last time.
That was the last time. Last time. So I had
We said jokey. We did not mean like.
Nah, so
she's probably.
So right now I had a dilemma.
Fetish, man.
Yeah, that's
Brass.
a fetish.
Yeah.
That's a fetish.
So I had a dilemma because I was like, I don't hit girls, but I'm ready to Dasheen, yeah.
Man said
And then I was
Dasheen.
like, nah, I need to pull out right now.
But then you
Carried
also
on, I get with it, but I always give somebody a chance.
post no
though.
clarity.
So no, I didn't get the post nut.
Oh.
I waited, said the same thing again. I was like, nah.
Nah, you gotta allow it. This is
Yo,
too
man
much.
must have.
You
man-
actually.
I actually.
Nah, we don't have to
Yeah.
stop us. Yeah.
I went to the toilet. I was in the toilet for like a couple of minutes, just on my phone, just like, nah, I need to get out of here.
I would have to cool it as well, to be honest. Because
That
what
is
kind of.
mad, you know.
I-
See,
Come on, fetishize me like
we
in
didn't
the
mean
middle.
comfortable. We meant comfortable in funny ways, like.
No, I know what you meant.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
Well, I don't know if this ever happened. I don't know whether this ever happens to like girls, but like the one time, this isn't as bad as that, but like beating midway, like, oh, I want your kids, and I was just like,
I've heard that one before.
I'll stop.
I've
That's the last thing on my mind.
I want your kids.
I don't want to get pregnant. Don't want to get pregnant.
I've had that one before. They were like,
Did you?
Oh, so why? Please tell me you pulled out.
I've never.
Has to stop.
I've had that one too, but then it turns into giggles afterwards. Then I thought, you know what? I've had two of them. I've had, yo, you could just bust out and really give a fuck. And I thought,
so wait there. So one time, yeah, wait there.
Change this come alive now.
Wait there. So the one time, it's like, go back, yeah. And you're like, oh, no, what's gonna happen? I'm like, yeah, it's cool. You know, something starts happening, yeah. And then it's like, I'm on the pill. I'm like, alright, cool. Like, I want you to finish inside. I'm like, so.
what's a zoom?
Yeah, you're like, nah.
But then, you know, just have to just calm it down. Can't give them too much sometimes.
So I don't know where you go with it.
Throwing everyone
Now, I
off.
was agreeing with what you were saying before.
But I've had that, and I've had one where I actually bust. It's actually mad because I got way too into it. Like, I have this tactic to calm myself down but if it wasn't working this time, innit?
Oh my God.
And man just was like, oh shit.
Counting sheeps.
Man was like, oh shit. But I tried to firm it because I know after the first comes straight afterwards, I can get it straight hard on. I've got good blood flow. Put a lot of iron in my diet. So
I ain't gonna lie though, yeah. If anyone's lucky to get to round 2, you're gonna be in for a
so
good time.
then I bust, and then she's like, so then.
They're never coming back.
What?
Nah,
Wait,
they come
how did this
back.
happen? We went from memes to fucking
Hey,
how fast you can nut.
sex memes, innit? So it's one of them. And then she was like, did you come? I had to film it and be like, oh yeah. Then it switched. The whole, like, the mood switched. Like, I've never seen someone furious. It was weird.
Was
But
she?
then it went from furious into a joke. It was weird.
I mean, understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not
basically
like that, but I mean, you've never went from furious to normal.
In that situation.
No,
understand
I just
that.
mean like in general. Like
Oh
with
yeah,
somebody.
it was. I was
Yeah,
shitting
so-
it. Then it went to jokes, and then
Yeah.
it was calm.
So what, you just faked the orgasm?
No, I actually did bust. I said, I patterned it now. And she like, I was like, oh shit.
Do you know what's funny though? Yeah, them involuntary grunts.
Yeah, I've had a couple. Not that many, for a couple. It's decent. I'm hungry.
I don't know.
Christ, alright.
It's the Magnum for Trey. I just think about this on a daily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think about it that much.
Rah.
Well,
Thanks, guys.
Disgusting.
my mum's rang. I've got to go home.
Yeah, like
I'm
this.
disgusted. I was here
So,
talking about plant-based
any-
diets.
Yeah.
And now we came to this, like,
Eggplant?
Question.
Do you see,
Yeah.
man? Brought it back to the thing.
What beat can you taste the most?
Basically, he's saying, is there ever one time you reminisce, so you just be there chilling, and then one next
Yeah,
minute
how
you
much-
just-
Oh, you have sex flashbacks.
Yeah, how much you take? You licked your lips while you. How much are you tasting?
I mean, I don't want to go into specifics.
But you're tasting a lot.
I don't.
At the moment,
Yeah.
I mean,
What's it taste like?
Huh?
I love Trey right now, you know, he's so funny.
No, actually,
threw
I
me
don't know
off.
what to say.
I mean,
You know what?
Yeah.
I don't.
man.
I'm lost. What's the
Yeah.
taste thing?
Oh.
What's
no,
the
it's
taste?
just a joke, but it's
Oh,
like
okay,
how
okay.
much you tasting, but it's good that it got you off guard because it's
Oh,
quite
man.
funny.
No, that was
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
see if he texts back. No, not yet.
Louise. But I think
So I'll holler man to
we've,
text you back. I'll be like, don't fuck about big man.
we've
Yeah,
covered a
thanks.
lot here.
Got you.
I mean, we went from memes to serious bits to these man talking about sex.
Bits
I'm
on
just
the side.
I'm just a
Des was just like.
I'm a
what the-
bystander, you know. I don't spill my business like that. That's not for me.
chicken.
Wait, Tessa, man.
I don't know who's listening.
That's
so.
guys. It's because he's plant based.
You swear down.
Lady in the streets.
Have you got a this or that?
I didn't prepare.
Okay, I've
Should
got
we
it.
do it?
Have you got an OnlyFans?
I never have
Yeah,
I
I've
ever.
got
Josh, you got.
OnlyFans.
Josh, you got.
Yeah.
What?
Should we do it? Never have I ever.
Not really.
Do you want
really.
to follow?
Oh,
Oh, I'm the only reason I'm saying not really
send
because
it
I ain't got
after
no
the
like drink or anything properly.
I
But
got. Oh no, I finished it.
But I'm hungry.
it's calm.
So, yo.
but anyway, that was only part one because we gotta do a return.
I
Or
don't
maybe
think
you guys will come to us.
Yeah, I want to
do
come
away
to you.
fixture?
We'll be,
Yeah, the away
Yeah.
fixture.
Home and
that was
away.
good.
Come
Yeah,
on.
the home
come
and
on.
away.
We'll come in like your outfits.
I don't know about that. Oh, that's a bit.
I've got one of
Like
them.
Freaky Friday, swap it.
Yeah.
I don't know what Josh is on. I'm not on that.
up on Chris Brown's body. That's the song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, that was a different remix anyway. But as I was saying, before this gets too
I
out
love
of
that
hand.
everybody loves their own jokes.
Nah, it's true.
Nah, for real, we need to
Here we
look
go.
over.
We're
Yeah.
all comedians. Trey's dying right now.
Yeah, I love
Trey's
that.
actually dying and he snorted.
Trace started and went, oh God. Oh God.
Jeez.
Lord have
But that
mercy.
was the Front Left Times Go Off Sis podcast.
Go off.
Do you know how it is?
Oh.
So,
Thanks, guys, for having us.
Yeah,
of
thank you
course,
for having
us.
anytime.
Thank you
You're
for
welcome
coming.
back anytime.
Yeah.
I
Like-
feel like you guys are
anytime you
friends
come,
now.
yeah?
Yeah, man.
Anytime, just holler.
Okay, cool.
Anytime.
No, but really though, if you actually
Anytime.
want to come anytime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
say
give
no
us a
more.
shout, man.
Okay.
Like,
Remember when you said that we can be friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, actually,
Oh.
Josh wasn't there, but the first time we met Mia was like, "Oh, I had low expectations, you guys. I thought you'd be kind of dickheads." I was like, "Oh,
I was like,
oh." Me and Trey were like, "Oh."
Yeah, that meeting was actually very informative.
I'm an honest woman.
which
Okay.
meeting?
when we
I like
first
it.
met.
When we first
Yeah.
met. Yeah.
No, I did tell him this when we met you
Oh,
on
yeah,
Sunday.
It was a good,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I said like you guys actually we could all be friends.
And then when they met me, they were like, "Yo, he's not the same on the pod. He's cool." Yeah, I bet
that
you
what
know-
they said?
that's what they were
They
thinking.
both.
Yeah, I was like, why did we say
I was-
that?
yeah,
I was
they-
like, how did he hear me think that?
Oh, man.
Freaky Friday.
I woke up thinking, round,
We both did it at the same time. That was so dumb. But anyway, yeah, so that's. Oh, yeah, I haven't prepared this or that. So I'm just going to plug this social. I don't think you actually have.
I was gonna do one off my head and then put
Nah,
What's
my
this
head.
or that?
Basically, at the end of every pod, if you ever heard
We'll
it.
never make it to the end.
You don't make it to the end.
Yo,
Let's do one.
Do you
Let's do
know what?
one.
No, I haven't prepared
No,
one.
we haven't prepared one.
Do you know
If you
what?
don't make it to the end,
At least you're
Life
honest.
gets in the way, you
No,
know.
it
Like I
doesn't.
start off when I'm getting ready in the morning and bus to work, and then when I'm in work,
alright, you know what?
But
Yeah,
that's fine though, because at least you're honest.
What New Year? Do you just make like New Year's resolutions? or
Actually,
anything
yeah,
like
do
that?
this. Trey asked this question.
Yeah,
you
go
asked
ahead.
this last time.
What's your New Year's resolution?
No.
Or-
Let him ask the question. he
Or
asked.
I was gonna say, what's something that you would like to do this year? It's like a rule to make and then a rule to break. So let's say you've got like a bad habit. Like, what would you like to stop doing? So it could be like procrastinating. It could be anything.
you got me.
Really, yeah. Can we think about it?
And come back.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Or like
Okay,
maybe
it's not what we wanted, but okay.
It didn't have to be like something really like deep.
Okay, rule
but-
to make. Maybe. Yeah, fuck it.
I
really don't
want
know.
to travel more.
Okay,
should.
that's good.
Yeah, I
We
feel
should
like
go- we should go
I
on
went
trips
through a
together.
phase where what? Sorry,
We should all go on like podcast trips.
Yeah,
Podcast
okay.
trips.
that's such a bad
Yo,
excuse.
give reviews.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I was just saying, let's
yeah,
just say.
save more money.
Okay.
Yeah, save
Why?
more.
Why don't you travel?
I don't know.
When was the last time you left the country?
She went. Sorry.
Speaking for her now?
Yeah, shut up.
She taken for her now?
I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, last year I went to Cancun.
Okay, that's a big holiday.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
And she's going to Paris next week.
Yeah.
Wait, are you going to Paris next week? Yeah, that's good. That's a good start already.
Okay, yeah. I'm seeing I'm already starting.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well
Cool.
done.
I'm already doing
Or you just want to make
break.
it more frequent kind of thing?
break.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
keep it more.
I want to go Berlin. So fuck it. Let's all.
Glad that you said that. Because I was thinking about this shit today.
Bro, I told you the other day.
Was it you today?
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Let's book in a trip.
Yo, it's Skittles, man. So let's do it.
Front left sis on tour.
Come on, front left. Sis.
I like that.
Front left about to go
Oh,
off.
everyone's stealing my shout. I said this.
Yeah,
Fuck
maybe
it.
just do more. Just do.
Okay.
That's a good one because I kind of
feel
said
like
that.
I do already.
Wanna create more?
Say yes to more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like, like you said, create. Just like,
Yeah.
get out, yeah.
But yo, let's do the outro because time is ticking.
Yeah,
Man's
so
got a deadline.
that was the
Yeah, man.
Front Left Times Go Off Sis podcast.
Come on.
So that was myself, Tezza, aka Tezkeef. That's my app for everything.
Okay.
Plug yourself. I don't know what order you want me to.
we'll
I'll go
just
first
go
because I always fuck it up.
Go.
Trigger Trey. Instagram, Trey LVP. TREYLVP.
I'm Josh. Josh _LFTS.
And then the ladies.
Yeah, go.
It's me, Bad Gal Mimi, also known as Good Gal Mimi. If you want to be my man.
She came with a little poem at the end. I know she's saying that
Girl,
too.
maybe if you want to be my man.
She's
Trying
a
to make
good
herself she's a good girl in there.
No, but we need a bad
never
girl.
be
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
It depends on the man. You know, the bad girl's been attracting.
Hey, I feel you, know. I feel you.
Yeah. And I'm Fluttercup. Yeah, just
Okay.
Fluttercup. FLUTTERCUP.
Hey.
Said that's so
Are you
nice.
saying so
That sounds so
nice?
nice.
Wow.
Actually, say that again one more time. Yeah,
I probably wouldn't do it.
Reload it.
Fluttercup. FLUTTERCUP.
Oh, yeah.
No, but you can follow us on Go Off Sis. Give them a Go Off
Yeah,
Sis.
plug your
page.
podcast as well.
Go _off_sis_podcast.
Yeah. Thank you. Follow us.
Your Fluttercup thing made me flutter.
Buttercup.
Yeah, man, that was beautiful. Thank
Nice.
you. And good night.
Peace.
Bye bye.
Ouchie.